Hey everyone, this is Better Than Skooma. My name is Reese Stevenson, and today we are playing another game of Call to Arms, and I'm here with special guest and dad of the show, my dad Scott.
That's me, and the Imperial Legion.
That's right, we are back for our second podcast episode ever. I can't believe how far we've come.
We've come so far with number two.
Okay, so we are doing, what I was hoping for us to do, because we have the Histories of the Empire Vol.1 book, is we were going to do a full campaign of it, but the only thing that's stopping us from getting to a second part of our campaign is that we haven't built a ramp for Whiterun.
Oh.
We're supposed to be doing this big Whiterun assault for our campaign, but I haven't built it, so instead, I thought that we should just do a random scenario out of it, which they have one called an early harvest. All right, Dad, what is this scenario that we're playing?
Okay, the scenario is there is right in the center, a barn, and you have defenders that start out basically in contact with the barn, and there are 3 6x6 wheat fields around the edge of the map, and then in each wheat field there are 3 objectives. As the defender, you're trying to go in there, grab the objective, and bring them back to the barn. And then as the Imperial Legion, who needs those or doesn't want...
You don't want me to have it.
I don't.
You're just burning them.
I'm just burning them. I don't want the stormcloaks to have
food
wheat or food for later on in the scenario.
Yeah.
And so I'm just going in and I'm trying to burn and sow it with salt so these people cannot have food.
Yeah, exactly. So as the stormcloaks, I am defending my territory and he's moving in. And this is probably the first game that we've played as a versus where we aren't playing with adversaries.
Yeah, no adversaries, which changes the game, which is really kind of fun because then you're just focused on
just fighting each other. Yeah, so it's really interesting. You don't get any points for killing each other. You only get points for getting these crops and either scoring them as a defender or burning them. Other than that, points are for what's the other thing? Oh, for our oaths.
For oaths, yeah.
What's the what's the oaths that you took?
Military precision. First strike. Oh, well, military precision, first off, is I'm going to destroy 3 crop bundles in the same round. So I'm feeling pretty good about my Imperial Legion going to be able to go into one spot and just completely decimate it. The other one is the first strike, and I'm thinking I'm going to remove an enemy model before they remove one of mine. And then tools of the trade. So I will remove an enemy model from play with an upgraded treasure. So I'm hoping that one of the treasures that I grab is going to be something good, and I can use that to crush a stormcloak.
Yeah. Is it that I have it or you have it? I will remove an enemy model from play with an upgrade treasure.
I think
the treasure.
I get the upgrade treasure.
Oh,
and
got
then
it.
That
Kill
tool of the
with
trade. Yeah,
that
I'm
makes
grabbing
sense.
it and killing you with it.
All right, and I took just 2. I took moving target, so I'll remove a model carrying a crop bundle from the game with a ranged attack. So that is only defenders can take that one. And then I have one more, which is first strike as well. I think I'm going to kill somebody first. Oh, you got that one. We're recording this right after the first round that we played. Oh, you got first strike. We didn't write that down. Okay, what else? Oh, also, so we also did, in the Histories of the Empire book, you can roll on a table to decide where you're fighting in Skyrim, and that changes sort of...
the map.
Changes the map. It has different fun attributes and stuff. So we got Riften, and Riften it's all about sneaking. So, I guess like with Riften, that's where the Thieves Guild is, that's where they do a lot of sneaking stuff, so they kind of put that into the map. All sneak tests gain an extra green if you're within an inch of a terrain piece. That's awesome.
Yeah, so any terrain piece can be used and sneak around it.
Yes, that's hunting hides.
And get an extra green for
extra
it,
green.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, so then the other one is hunting hides, which is that, right? It's that like if you're next to a terrain piece that's a rock or a bush or a tree, it's counted as a hunting hide, which means you ignore line of sight when you're trying to hide, which is really cool. So if someone's
especially for Rayloff.
It's great for Rayloff. That's why I brought him.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much if you're within, if someone is within 6 inches, you can't hide like normal. But if someone has line of sight of you, but you're next to one of these things, you just throw hide tokens.
You just
on.
blend in.
It's great. It's great for
dark.
defending. It's dark
and dreary.
Yes.
And you're just hiding in the shadows.
Cool. The last one is Beast Nests, and this is where you put a piece of terrain on the board in the center of the map, but because my deployment zone is in the center of the map, you just put it next to it. And,
Like 4 inches, right?
Yeah, it says you can go up to 4 inches, yeah, within 4 inches. And anyone within 4 inches of that piece of terrain, they have to take an agility attribute test as soon as they enter 4 inches of it. If they fail it, they take a bleed token. So there's like some skeevers in there or something.
Oh yeah, something.
That cuts them up. Which I should take tests with these two guys because I didn't.
Did we not do that yet?
Well, I moved in and I hid, so I thought I was safe. But as soon as you enter it, you have to take the test. So I'm gonna have to roll these two as well.
Okay. So do you want to go over how the first round went?
Yeah. Oh wait, tell me about your army.
Okay.
Go over your army real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So I basically have like 3 different. I basically made 3 different like small units. So I have to start out with my Imperial captain, garrison commander. She's a 48 septim character. She leads the heavy armor. Her and 3 heavy armor Imperial soldiers are following, and they're kind of going around the exterior of the map, and they're trying to get around. And then coming right through the middle of the map is, I decided to use a headsman because he's just super strong, but he's pretty cheap. I mean, he's only 34 points.
He's 34. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more affordable for a lot of Imperial heroes are more expensive than Imperials in general are more expensive than stormcloaks.
So he's
what's
running.
his deal?
Yeah, he's kind of running. What's his deal? Well, I mean, he has devastating blow and Imperial luck.
And Imperial luck.
Yeah, which Imperial luck is you hit automatically.
Auto
you
hit.
choose one time during the game, and it's an automatic hit. So right when things seem the worst, you can definitely
Pull
land
something
a
off.
blow. So he's going through right down the middle with the sword and shield, right?
Yeah, he's got what's with
Yeah,
him?
sword and shield. So he's got 3 sword and shield guys with him, going right through the middle. And then off on the right-hand side, I have 3 Imperial archers. So those are my 3 units. What do you got?
Yeah. So what in total do you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4,
I have
5,
10 followers and 2 heroes.
10 followers, 2 heroes. Okay. I've got 3 heroes. I've got a Stormcloak General. He runs for 46 septims, and I've got him with a Skyforged sword because he's got Bladesman perk, which means he rolls greens with his swords. I've got Rayloff. He's got a hunting bow, Stormcloak cuirass, kind of put him in his basic outfit. He's got a one-headed axe for if he gets into close combat. And then I have a Stormcloak Quartermaster, who is, I actually really like this guy. He's only worth 28 points, which is just a couple more points than a follower sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
he's very cheap, but he has,
Yeah, he's a solid character.
he's a solid character. He gets 4 health points. He gets 4 strength, which is okay, but the cool thing is that he's got the smithing perk for steel. So if I put a steel weapon on him, it gets a free green as well. So he's running with a steel battle axe. So when he gets into combat, he's rolling 2 greens, a red, and a yellow with no boosts. That's just his normal fighting. So and I have him in some officer armor, so he's got red for his rolls. So he's going to be doing some good stuff.
He's going to be
for
kind of a
me.
tank. He's going to be a good...
little tanky guy out there.
Yeah.
For my followers, I have 9 followers. 3 archers. I feel like I'm going to be, playing the defense. One of those archers is the huntsman, so he's going to be very good at sneaking around, taking shots at people. I've got 2 great swords. Got to always have a great sword in your army. They are heavy hitters. And then I've got dual-wielding swords, dual-wielding axes, an axe fighter, and a shield bearer. So, I mean, for this game, a lot of my army, I realize, is going to be split off to go and try and pick those crops up to score them back into my, score back into the home zone. Wait, score back into the what? What is this?
It's a barn.
It's a barn.
It's a barn. That's where you store crops.
Crops.
It's a barn.
So I got to get these crops back into the barn. So a lot of my guys, I can't have fighting. They have to be collecting stuff. So
Which kind of plays into your army, because I mean they're running in, grabbing crops, and trying to stay alive when you have a higher health value. Like everything you have is like a 3 is your minimum.
3 is minimum health
Yeah.
for stormcloaks, which is cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. All right, so we are recording this when we finished our first round. Let's go over the
Prior
round
to the
real
first
quick.
round.
And
Post first round.
post first round. Let's go to the first round, then we'll play maybe 2 rounds and we'll do another recording. This is going to be, I'm trying out a way to record for the podcast doing battle reports when I can't record, because recording is kind of a big thing to shoot a whole game. I want them to look good, so once I move into my new spot, then I'm going to plan on recording more videos, but for now we're going to do a podcast of this battle report. Dad, how did the first round go? How do you feel?
I'm feeling pretty good about the first round. I think for me, things went pretty well. My quest that I pulled was a Ural's Justice. So I was able to choose one ranged opponent, and he was the poacher. So I had to find choose one guy out of Reese's army and call him the poacher. And I have to kill him to get 3 points. Well, luckily, he had set up his army to where one person was in the perfect spot for me.
That's right. I had my archer up against the barn, start hitting those Imperials from far off. When he got picked as a poacher. When he's a poacher, he gets a berserk token, which means that if he gets into close combat, he can spend his berserk token, and it gives him a black on any of his attacks. So it kind of makes you want to play your range guy as a melee guy, maybe.
Yeah. So the way it reads is choose one enemy model with a ranged weapon to be the poacher. That model gains a berserk token. Remove the poacher as a casualty before the game ends.
You killed him first round.
I did kill him first round. So it took 3 separate archers to move in there and actually take him out. Mm-hmm. But after the third guy, that was it. I was able to get him, and I got 3 points out of that one.
Yeah, that's 3 points in the first round off one model, which is, I think that's a good move. I should have.
But it's more than that, because I also got the first kill.
Yep, you took first strike as well. How many points is first strike worth? I've got it right here.
You got it.
1 point.
Wow. Okay.
But that means I also took first strike, so I now will lose a point at the end of the game, no matter what.
Yeah. So that's almost like giving me 2 points for that.
Mm-hmm. So I will lose first strike. That's right. So then you had brought the archer up that killed, actually the archer that took the first shot at my now poacher. I moved my shield bearer up to fight him, killed him.
Around a piece of terrain.
Over a piece of terrain, beat him over the terrain. Mm-hmm. And that is when you countered with the headsman, which I should have, I don't know, I didn't really think that he would come in to the front that fast.
Yeah, my idea of playing the headsman was like, yeah, he's kind of a psycho.
Yeah.
And he plays off of his emotions.
Yeah.
And so I just figured he's seen like one guy get killed, and so he just ran up to do what a headsman would do.
Just kill him.
And it worked.
It worked. So the headsman, when he hits, his armor allows him, any damage that he does, he recovers his stamina.
Yeah.
So he's meant to just boost, kill, recover stamina, keep going.
Yes. And so on that note, there was another archer that reshot at him, missed him. Just barely. And then, you had this greatsword.
And then I moved to greatsword, who also missed him.
Who also missed him.
Yeah.
Which would have, they both, if they would have hit.
Yes, they have rolled high damage.
They would have just destroyed that
so
character.
2 big shots that could have taken him down, and I just missed both of them. So now, at the end of this round, I have a greatsword that's tied up with the headsman. He's being surrounded by a whole unit of Imperials that are moving up.
But you got that sneaky Rayloff looking out of the corner.
Yeah, I got Rayloff on the barn. He's got sneak on, so he's about to be dealing some damage on these Imperials that are moving in. I'm kind of having him hold you off while I have my other characters grab the wheat to bring back. I think the last thing we can talk about for this round is that's on one side of the map is pretty much Rayloff and the greatsword holding off a horde of Imperials.
Yeah, that was kind of the highlight of it, but also you have a group, 2 separate groups that are about ready to go in and grab stuff.
Yeah. 3 guys are headed for the wheat in the back, 2 guys are headed for another one. So if those guys can get that and score it, that's 3 points apiece if I can score it. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15 points that I can potentially score if I pull that off, but that is going to be hard. The other thing is, on the other side of the map, you have your heavy armor unit pretty much being led by your champion. And to defend from them, I just have 2 sneaky archers firing shots off at them with my champion kind of commanding them who's going to be running in there. I have no idea what's going to happen on this side.
I know it. Yeah, that's kind of up in the air there.
If I can get 2 good shots with these snipers, take out 2 heavy guys, that would really change my fortune. But I feel like you're going to be just kind of moving in like the Uruk-hai and 2 Towers. Coming up
They kind of look like it, don't they? Yeah.
All right, should we play round 2? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we're there.
Okay, round 2. Let's split the map up into 3 sections. We have the closest to you, which has your headsman. It has Rayloff. So what happened there? I pretty much lost ground.
You kind of lost ground on that one, but you had 2 guys go into the field on my right. So they moved into that, and Rayloft moved from behind the barn to behind...
Move behind a pillar, move back.
Pillar.
He took a shot, he missed it.
Yes.
My greatsword took a big swing at your headsman and missed him, so I had 2 big misses in the beginning of my game. I was hoping to kill a follower with Rayloff and at least wound your headsman with my greatsword. Maybe kill him. Headsman's got low armor, so I thought I could have got him.
Yeah, but missed, completely whiffed on that one. So your
Dual-wielding axe
guy moved in. He was close. It was before he moved into the wheat field to pick up the bundle. And I moved 1 archer through the terrain, which is the Bleak Falls Barrow terrain. So he went underneath that, took a shot, big hit on damage, but just missed. Total whiff. Just went right by his head. And then moved in another archer, did kind of the same thing, came in front of the terrain, had a clear shot, whiffed again. So your dual-wielding axe guy was able to move right in and grab a bundle and put a ready token on.
Yeah, so we both, early on, lots of misses at that top of the board, but eventually...
Started making some numbers, started making some hits.
Started making hits. My greatsword, you have your headsman with a sword and shield on that greatsword, and together they killed him. The headsman did the final blow on my greatsword, so he's gone.
It was pretty awesome.
It was awesome.
He definitely just...
It's like a hit for 5 with piercing 2, so there's no blocking that.
It was pretty great. He just kind of stuffed his head down into the headsman block and just took it off.
I know.
That was pretty great.
Okay, so that was kind of where that ended up there. I got my hero. I've got my Stormcloak Quartermaster. He's got 1 bundle. I got Double Axe. He's got a bundle. So they're scoring me 2 points at the end of the round. They're in their field. Let's move down here to your heavy armor unit that was coming for the field in the south. And I was able to... Pretty much your heavy armor guys made a sprint for that field.
They did. So my first guy ran in there. There was 4 of them that were about 8 inches away. First guy runs in there, grabs a bundle, puts on a shield, knowing that there's archers around there somewhere, and your huntsman just...
Sniped him.
Just picked him off right in. He just destroyed him.
One shot, boom.
Yeah.
Huntsman is my favorite follower in the Stormcloak army. He's my favorite.
That dude is ruthless.
He's ruthless. He's a little 25-point guy. He's got sneak. He hits hard. So...
And the model looks really cool.
Yeah, he's all
crashed. Down on 1 knee.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
So then you sprinted in. You're pretty much moving in.
Oh yeah, I was moving in. So I put another guy, same thing, grabbed another bundle, and you had another archer that was hidden behind terrain.
Spoilers, I had another archer.
You had another archer. Yeah. Yeah, hidden behind the same piece of terrain as the huntsman. And he took a shot, missed,
No, he hit. You
Oh,
blocked it.
yeah, that's right.
Because he was also hiding. So
That's
I got
right.
to add sneak bonus damage. He hit for like 4, and you blocked all 4.
And I blocked all 4, yeah. So that's a bonus of the heavy armored dudes, is they're able to block a 4 hit
Yeah.
on a good roll.
That's good. I mean, they've got... So heavy armor, they're running with reds normally. So you just throw a free shield on them, and it's just a passive red-yellow against everything.
Yeah.
Which is very, very good.
And if you can roll good once, then you can make it through.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then you move in after
Yeah,
that.
so then behind my 2 archers, pretty much I had 2 archers and my champion, which is my Stormcloak General. We're the defenders on the south here, just 3 guys. As soon as that archer missed and that heavy picked up that crop, I sprinted my general in. My general in.
Yeah, to close combat.
Close combat. He missed, which then you took your champion who was leading heavy armor, and she attacked my archers. I didn't realize she was in range. Came in, attacked my archer that was behind cover.
Yeah, reached over the train and was able to get into close combat.
So I had some bonus defense. You didn't hit him. You then sandwiched my general with your other heavy.
Yep.
So now my general
In the
is
field,
fighting.
yeah.
Yep.
So in the field, the general is sandwiched between 2 heavy archers, and then
2 heavy armors.
2 heavy armors. Sorry, you have your general in the wheat field, surrounded by 2 heavy armor guys. So next to the wheat field is the cover that your 2 archers were behind. I came in with my general, and then came into close combat, pinning him down, and then behind him, I had a sword and shield. Come in behind and then strike your archer.
Yeah.
And that sword and shield guy was able to take him out.
Yep. Killed my
That
archer.
was difficult to say.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah,
It's
that was
kinda
hard to say.
confusing.
Yeah.
You painted a beautiful word picture.
I tried.
So you killed that archer with your... Pretty much you brought a sword and shield from the other side of the map. He
Yeah, just
ran-
a
I
basic
didn't
guy
realize-
ran in and hit him in the back, which gave him an extra accuracy hit because there was a 2-on-1 scenario.
Yep, outnumbering.
Yeah.
So now, in this south part of the map, I've got 2 against your 4. I've got my general fighting 2 heavies, and I have my huntsman who is still hidden. You can't see him, but he's right in the middle of that.
He's right there, though.
So I got 1 shot. I think I can take you out in the next one to kill one person.
as soon as he moves.
So
he's
this
mine.
round, I scored 7 points that round. So 5 of them, I leveled my general up because you did hit him with one of your heavies. You did 3 damage to him. He was down to 2 health.
He was down to 2 health, and then you were able to get enough points to level him up,
Level
and
him
then
up,
all of a
healed him
sudden
up.
he's like all healed.
He's back in the
He's
game.
like, oh, look at magic.
He's magic.
Well, whatever.
And then you got a point because your heavy was holding something. So
Yeah, and you have
so
over on
you
the
leveled up your guy. Oh,
and on the last side of the map you have 3 guys that moved into a field and picked up all 3
bundles picked up by 3 of my other guys.
So I'm trying to run people over there to run interference to like stop that, but I'm not sure I can get there in time because that's another like move and a half, 2 moves away before he can get back to the barn to make his 3 points per bundle. I just have to, I don't know.
You gotta stop it somehow because I'm gonna be getting. That's every round will be a point for each of those guys.
I know
So it's
I
3
don't have
points
enough
a round.
archers to try to do that and kill everybody, but we'll see. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
But you also have to, as you're doing that, pass by the beast of the lair.
I got the beast layer back there.
Yeah, or
So-
the lair of the beast. Yes.
Yeah. So they're gonna be getting bleed tokens as I run around it. It's kind of. So yeah. So score is I've got 7. Scott's got 5.
End of the second round.
All right, we got 4 more rounds.
A lot can happen in 4 rounds.
Lock it. 4 rounds. Round 3. What the hell happened?
It was amazing. The Imperials fell back upon their training, and the small
Okay.
the small men of the army decided to take things into their own hands.
The small men.
And to crush the heroes of the stormcloaks, who are actually less than men.
Well,
Argue if you want.
okay. I can't this game because
Statistics are statistics.
let's talk about. Let's not get into details, but let's talk about what happened. So what happened up north here? How about you give the play-by-play because you were. I mean, we don't need. It doesn't have to. We don't have to go turn for turn, let's just say overall, what happened up there?
Well, overall, what happened was Rayloff took a shot.
Mm-hmm. He was sneaking.
He was sneaking, and he killed the guy.
Killed the guy, sneak shot.
Yeah.
Perfect Rayloff move.
Perfect.
He's great.
And then what happened to him?
He got revealed.
Yes, because he missed it. He missed the dice roll.
Yeah, he missed his sneak skill.
Revealed himself.
And then he was within 4 inches of the monster thing. Got attacked by a skeever.
Yeah.
Got a bleed action on him. And
That's
when
right.
he was revealed, some little
A drill yard
nobody.
A drill yard trainee.
A drill yard trainee.
He's not a puny nobody.
He's a nobody.
He's going to be a general
Okay.
soon. Yeah.
Disgusting.
So the drill yard trainee was within range, and he went in and attacked Rayloff, who had a bleed token on him, and had a crit.
He crit hit Rayloff and got a piercing, I think. Didn't he get a piercing?
Yeah, he got piercing on him.
And he got Rayloff in one move. Rayloff missed his endurance test and died.
Yeah,
Killed
so
my hero.
you have a drill yard trainee who is worth, what is he worth? 19 points. He's worth 19 points. And
Rayloff is 36 at base. Both items is like 50 something.
that's how this game goes. It's like you can have the most awesome hero, and the most basic guy can just come in at just the right moment, at just the right roll, and take
he
him
was just
out.
waiting for that move to strike. Killed Rayloff. Terrible for me.
Perfect for me.
I know, because I felt pretty good about that corner.
No, that you had that corner.
Yeah.
If Rayloff would have stayed alive, he would have just kept picking dudes off out of that corner. Yeah, no, it would have been bad. But
So then after that, I take my Stormcloak quartermaster who was up there in that field that was by Rayloff, and I decided I'm going to push him forward because you got archers waiting on the outside of the field, so I was going to run him up the middle. I figured he would live long enough to get in close combat and start cutting up your archers, so my other guys, my double axe man, can start scoring.
yeah, and I mean, actually, he should have been able to take one round of hits from an archer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But this was a weird round, and your first archer
Hit a
scored
crit. That's 2 crits in a row.
with piercing.
With piercing, yeah. So I decimated 2 heroes
It killed him.
in 2 rounds.
Killed my Stormcloak. I lost 2 heroes in 2 rounds against basic ass followers.
That just goes to show you, there's nobody basic in this game.
Yes, everyone's got a chance. Yep. Everyone's got a chance. It was cool. I am bummed, but I am not salty at all.
I'm not salty. It was good. So I definitely have the advantage in that corner now.
Yeah, it is. I just have my dual wielding axeman. He's surrounded by 4 Imperial followers, 2 archers, sword and shield, and your drill yard sergeant. And coming up in the rear, not far behind, is your headsman. He's following him.
Yeah, that kind of looks spooky. He looks intimidating coming
I gotta get
through
my,
the fog.
Yeah, I think there's fog somehow rolling across our field, across our table.
I definitely think there is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, and south part of the map, pretty much you split off your champion and your shield and your sword and shield. They're trying to counter my 3 in the back that have 3 bundles with them.
Yeah, they're trying to run interference and doing everything they can to stop those 3 to getting to the barn. But right behind them, you still have your huntsman, who has
Still hidden.
He has avoided all attempts of being
Detected.
seen. Yeah, he is not detected. He's still hidden. I got 2 guys that had to run past him. I'm just waiting for that huntsman to snipe him in the back.
It's my chance. I gotta get him to snipe.
Yeah.
And in the cornfield that is on the bottom of the map is my general versing 2 heavy armors. Everything was missing. No one hit this round.
Yeah,
so
nobody hit anything in that whole round. That was a complete whiff on everybody's part.
Yeah, but he's tied up, so you're going to get a point because one of your heavies is holding a bundle, so you get a point out of that. I need to start killing so my guy can start scoring some points.
Yeah, it's a lot of points that are tied up doing nothing.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that are just not doing any damage, they're not doing any points, they're not gaining anything, they're just a stalemate in that corner, which just kind of negates that whole side of the board.
So at the end of that round, I scored 4 points from bundles that I'm holding. I got 3 guys holding bundles in the back. I got my dual wield holding a bundle. You only scored 1 point because you have a heavy armor.
Yeah, which, I mean, you'd think, oh, I just destroyed 2 of his best guys in this round, but it doesn't give me any points, so I'm still only gaining 1 point, and he's gaining 4, so right now it is 10-6.
Yeah.
And he's crushing me in points right now, so if things keep going the same way they are, it's not looking good for the Imperial Legion.
I don't know. I think you're about to catch up, though. You've got that corner up north that is points you're sitting
Well,
on.
I like the way you're thinking, because that's the way the Imperial Legion works. Because we are always.
Never
always...
mind. It's over for you. All right, let's move on to the next round.
Okay, next round.
All right, Dad. We just finished the match. That was 6 rounds. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
End of the game.
Big plays that happened. The drill yard trainee, I think, was some big plays. He killed Rayloff, and then he also came around and ended up killing was that the double sword guy? Or axe, double axe.
So up in that corner, I had dual wielding axe, was the last living stormcloak with a bundle on him that I was scoring a point per round. And I just moved him in to try and fight one of your guys, and you, I think out of instinct, maybe a small mistake.
It was a mistake. It was absolutely a mistake, because, I mean, the drill yard trainee won. He did move in and kill him, but he also could have went up and grabbed another point. He could have got points.
He could have got a point. He was within reach, and you were just kind of on a blood rampage with him.
I was.
He's gonna go get that guy.
But I'm not sure it would have made any difference now, because
Could it have been 2 points though? It might have been 2 points, right?
it might have been.
It was 2 rounds. He fought that Axeman for 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So he might have.
End of the score was I won, Stormcloaks won with 19 points, and Imperials had 16 points. So
it was so close.
2 points. You're within 3.
Yeah, I think that may have. I could have got a point or 2 out of that if I would have changed the tactics on that drill yard trainee.
But he still killed that guy.
He still killed that guy.
That guy
which
really.
was pretty awesome.
I know.
Down in the corner with the heavy armor guys.
You should talk about the headsman, what the headsman did.
Yeah, the headsman came in. He had been going towards the area with the drill yard trainee and those guys, which he should have changed directions earlier, because there was enough Imperial soldiers up there to take care of the couple of stormcloaks.
Yeah.
If he would have turned around and headed back in the other direction earlier, he may have been able to make enough of a difference to get a couple more points. The problem is your huntsman, he kept trying to detect him, and he was just hidden the whole time, and he was just sniping people every round. There was no, and you kept trying to detect him, and he kept passing every test.
I was passing sneak skill tests. Every time he hit somebody, he was passing it. So, like, first 2 rounds, Huntsman missed, and then every round after that,
Oh, he was just picking
he was
people
hitting.
off. Yeah.
And he's a Path of Shadow, so when he's sneaking, that's a free red on all of his attacks. And because we're playing in Riften, I just kept him next to, different.
I kept him by different terrain.
Yeah, I kept him next to terrain, and he could just pretty much hold his sneak, his hidden token, and was just able to kill guys. And it also kind of freaked you out, like you were like, okay.
Yeah, well, I couldn't
fight him? Should I?
I mean, none of my guys have an intelligence enough to actually try to.
Imperials have low intelligence.
Yeah, to try to expose that guy.
Yeah.
Made it difficult, and I tried a couple of times. I tried with my Imperial captain. I tried with my Imperial headsman, and each time they would try, they would have to just pass him by, like he wasn't even there. But the other thing too, the Imperial headsman, whoever he touched,
He killed him.
He absolutely
He killed him.
He destroyed everybody he touched. The only way he died was getting shot in the back by some sneaky little stormcloak twit who was like hiding in the shadows because he fights like a coward.
Huntsman finally got his...
Because he fights like a coward.
Salty.
I'm not salty. I'm just saying.
So pretty much, when that huntsman turned around and came back, my general was
You mean
fighting...
the headsman? When the headsman turned around and came back?
We keep doing that.
Yeah.
The headsman, when he turned around and came back, the general was fighting two of your heavies down in the cornfield, and he was starting to win the fight. And because earlier in the game, he picked up a poison out of the treasure.
Yeah, yes. And he leveled up.
So
he was almost dead.
Yeah.
He leveled up and picked up a poison. So he got all of his health back. He got this bonus poison.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had the poison earlier on.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But it was just the point that, like, the poison replaced his health potion.
Yes.
So because I chose to replace his health potion because I thought he wouldn't get hit so hard, but those heavies tied him up. We're doing damage on him slowly.
Oh, we were taking him out.
I know, he was losing. And he leveled up, got his health back, poisoned his blade, and butchered one of
my heavies. Oh yeah, just destroyed him. Like there was nothing. I didn't have
like
any answer to him.
Damage.
Yeah, there was no answer to that.
So you switch your headsman around. He came back, charged into the back of my general, which I did not think you were in range, and you killed him.
Oh yeah, killed him one blow, one attack.
That's what that headsman's built for.
Yeah,
Imperial headsman can just kill people.
I didn't think. I mean, you understand? He's a red, green, yellow.
Right. Pretty good.
Which is great. I mean, that's actually great. I mean, he's a step above a standard Imperial swordsman, right? Because he gets the yellow automatically.
Right. Like standard Imperial swordsman is
red and green.
Red and green. He gets red, green, yellow. His strength is a 5. Though.
And a
That's
5.
His thing.
So if he comes in with full stamina and he can boost that, then he's hitting on green, green, red, yellow, yellow. And if you outnumber...
Well, no, because he's got a cumbersome weapon, so either boost accuracy...
That's right.
Or
you can only boost
damage.
One. But if you're coming into somebody and you're outnumbering them, then you have the 2 greens. That's right. That's what I was thinking.
He should travel in groups.
Yeah, because when you outnumber somebody, you automatically get that extra...
Yeah, you get that extra green.
That green, yeah.
So he like... It's kind of like his character. He just will, like, appear in the fight. It's like, oh shit, there's a headsman here.
Yeah.
You know, and the headsman just will do heavy damage.
Yeah, just chop heads off.
Chops heads off.
Hacking.
He scares me.
Slashing.
I hate him.
Yes. Oh, man, he's a fun character to play with, and he's not that expensive. 34 is not that bad.
34 is not bad.
So that was that corner.
Yeah.
The other corner, you outnumbered me by far, and I threw in my Imperial captain, who's still standing at the end of the game, but...
Oh, yeah, it's heavy armor.
Your guys... What do you got? A great sword and
my axe
and
fighter.
an axe fighter.
Yeah.
And they were holding bundles, and they just ran around me.
Your captain turned around with a... Who did you bring a captain with? It was a sword and shield, right?
A sword and shield, and you shot the sword and shield in the back.
Huntsman sniped him.
Yeah,
so the
Huntsman
captain
sniped
was
him.
by himself, 1 against 3.
Yeah.
Engaged 1 because you didn't want all 3 to score bundles.
Right.
Eliminated 1 of them.
And I had hiding behind the barn an archer.
Just couldn't hit.
And he just could not hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kept missing. He was within close range, and he was boosted, but I just was not getting the white dice roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3 rounds of not hitting.
Yeah. I mean, that could have him, if he would have hit 1 or 2 of those, that might have changed the outcome of the game.
If you had killed one of those guys that were trying to score those bundles, we would have been tied for the end of the game.
Yeah, we would have been close.
Yeah. I won by 3 points, so that made it, there's a lot of things that make... I mean, this game was crazy. So
I love the way this scenario played out.
Right.
It was back and forth like every round, every other round. It was like, oh, I've got this. Oh no, you've got this. I just love the way that they made this scenario play out. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't believe how well it worked. I mean, a big part of Call to Arms is adversaries.
Yeah,
I feel like
beasts and adversaries,
Yeah.
draugrs, skeletons.
they are
all
so
that.
thematic. It's cool to be on the battlefield. That's what makes this game seem different from a lot of other games. Is you're fighting the game and fighting each other.
Yeah, you have this AI
Yeah.
coming in and doing its thing. But it was different because you're just playing the other person.
Yeah. And I was like, is it gonna hold up? And
Oh, it did. It did.
thought it
Awesome. I mean, I would play this one scenario over and over, and this could be a standalone game. This one scenario, it
Totally.
really could. Yeah.
I completely agree. I was just like, I would love to play this scenario like 4 more times. I just want to play it over and over again, figure out different stuff. I want to try being the attacker. That's its own game. This is one scenario out of this whole campaign book, which has
Yeah, and it's
all
funny.
these
It's like the
scenarios.
way they build these scenarios, it works every time. Every time we play these, we say the same thing. We're like, I can't believe I thought this was going to be kind of a boring scenario. I thought it just didn't seem like it was going to work out that well. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh, there's way more depth to the way this is played than
Yeah.
it seems on the surface.
Yeah. Have we had a bad game of Call to Arms?
Never.
I don't think we have.
Never.
I think
I have
every
never
game-
had a game where I was like, that was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
No. It's always like, I'm always excited more and more every time we play a scenario.
Yeah. And we have, I mean, for people who are listening to this, like, I know we're just playing Stormcloaks and Imperials right now, which people are like, what's the new stuff? What's the new stuff? Like, I think for this channel, we're at a point where we both have complete Imperial and Stormcloak armies, and we're going to keep testing them, pushing them, and see how they play. And we are going to get some new stuff in every once in a while, but we're kind of going to be kind of a slow burn, I think, because we don't have time to play the game as much as like someone who's dedicated.
No,
to
we're
playing,
not.
you know?
We're not playing twice a week. We're not playing
Exactly.
twice a month.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing it anytime we can get together, which is not nearly enough.
I mean, hopefully we can get more once I
Yes.
get my stuff set up so we can play remotely. We're gonna get more games in, but like if people are worried about like, oh, Imperials and Stormcloaks are not as interesting for Elder Scrolls lore.
Oh, they so are.
They're so interesting. This makes me have so much. I have so much fun thinking about
And there's so
this
many,
conflict. And
there's so many different dynamics you can put into your own armies.
yes, the
I
armies
mean-
are way like us fighting each other. We fight so differently.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, okay, this time I did an Imperial captain and the Imperial headsman. 2 really good characters. They're really good characters, but I mean, it's not like having Hodvar.
Right.
It's not like having Legate Ricky out
Yeah,
there
right.
or Fassendil.
Yes.
You're not putting these big number of players out there, but they just play so well.
They still played great,
played
and they were
great, and
still
you're-
fun to play. We
Yeah,
both,
you're figuring out the way they work.
yeah, I agree. We played like mid-tier. I mean, maybe one episode we should do like a tier list of heroes for, for the game because like
Yes.
Fassendil and Ricky are like,
Oh, they're
yes, they're high.
they're high. They're
They're
high.
so
up
good.
there.
And so because we made our point value was a 375 point game, like Rayloff is a famous hero. Rayloff's great. He's kind of a glass cannon. He can't take much damage.
No, but he is a sniping machine.
He's
That dude is
awesome.
so good.
Huntsman outperformed him in this game.
He did. Yes.
Huntsman is my favorite. I'll say it over.
Of
and over
course,
again. Huntsman's my favorite follower, but
I focused on killing him more
He's got
than I
board
did the
presence.
Huntsman. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
board presence, so he
had board
took my
presence.
attention away. If I would have killed that Huntsman first and tried to attack him, it may have been a different thing.
yeah,
But-
that's true.
Then I would have left Rayloff alone, and who knows what he would have done without being touched.
I know if you had, this is what after you finish a game of Call to Arms, and there are so many options that you could have taken. So much fun luck in the rolls. I mean, you had one round where you killed 2 heroes in one round.
Oh, what
And
did I
that
have?
doesn't-
I had like 2 crit hits in a round, and
Major
that
ones.
right there, one after the other, you get 2 crit hits. That changes the entire game.
Yeah, Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's so fun, and also the game doesn't get ruined. Like, usually it's like, you killed my heroes, the game's gonna be over, and now we have to drag on for 3 rounds. It didn't. I barely got to pull and win out by a couple of points, like 3 points.
Which, that's what scares me. If I didn't kill those 2 heroes,
Yeah.
you would have walked over me.
Maybe you would have changed how you. Maybe you would have gone for points because you knew you couldn't kill the heroes. I don't know. Things. There's so many different things out there that change it. I cannot wait to play Stormcloaks again. I can't wait to fight Imperials again. And I mean, I think our next goal, we should really think about how we can do the Battle of Whiterun scenario.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. I want to build the ramp, I want to build the wall, and figure out to do this Whiterun scenario, because I think that I really like this, just playing factions without the adversaries in it.
I know, it's cool.
I mean, we've played it, I don't know how many times we've played the game. I mean, but playing it just faction against faction without the adversaries coming in and changing your direction in the game.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really fun thing to do.
Yeah. To wrap it up, Call to Arms is still fun, even if you have adversaries.
Yes.
This scenario was so cool, so different, very close.
And on a smaller scale.
Yeah, we finished this in a night.
Yeah, basically. I mean, we did a little bit last night, did a little bit tonight, but I mean, it's a one evening game. You can definitely get through it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's different than our 600-point game that we spent 4 nights.
Yes.
Going crazy on.
Anyways, Reese whooped my ass this time. He beat me pretty
Whip
soundly.
your ass. That's not true.
He beat me pretty soundly. There was no doubt at the end of the last round on who was gonna win. So, great game.
Thanks for listening. If everyone, the channel is not done. I know it's been a while since I posted, but we're gonna keep making videos. I'm in the middle of some transitions right now, but we are still playing Call to Arms. We're still gonna keep pushing the game. It's a great game.
Yeah, we're gonna keep putting out content any chance we get.
Yeah. All right, Dad.
Thank you.